Hey, everybody. It is great to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, I'm so sorry I was running a minute late. I do have something very, very, very exciting to share with you, which is that for the first time ever in internet history, I have just launched my brand new program called 30-Day Song Master. Now, we're going to be working with some people and their pitch issues today, but I just wanted to tell you really, really quickly about this program. If you want to get enrolled in it right now, it is only $19 for this weekend only. And then we're going to have to shut enrollment. It's going to be one of those things that we're just going to have to kind of make sure that everybody that gets in gets the attention that they deserve. But I just have to show you this for a second. I'm so proud of this. Like I spent like the entire like the entire weekend just working on this. So I just want to share this with you. What the heck is 30-Day Song Master anyway? Well, let me show you. So see, look how fancy that is. Had that design, that looks nice, right? It's like, yes, I want to sing songs better, right? You just click that button, that'll get you right in. And right now, let me just tell you the best part. I'll let you guys read this on your own time. But basically, for only $19 a month, you get one monthly song tutorial uploaded to the dashboard. Then you send in a recording of yourself singing the song. And in response, you're going to get one monthly updated song scorecard with a template video critique. Members of higher levels are going to get a personalized video critique. Then we also have bi-weekly 60-minute coaching calls to work on the songs with singers, because the whole point of doing vocal training is to actually sing songs better. Access to the Mastermind singing community. And this is probably one of my favorite parts, is that every month we have vocal exercise videos that we unlock in 30-Day Song Master that are designed to train on that specific skill. So even it's not just like a one and done kind of thing. It's like, oh, you learn to sing the song, you send in your recording, you get feedback, and that's it. No, we actually hook you up with the exercises that you need to improve those, and those are all right there. Anyway, that is my 5-minute spiel. I'm so incredibly excited about it. Now, I actually want to. Oh, thank you, Silja, for saying congrats on the new program. Now, I cannot wait to start working with people today. Just give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and just drop the link in here, that if you want to join me for a free live mini lesson, this is the place to do it. It should be coming through now. Sorry, I'm from India. I have no money. I am from a poor family. Dude, $19 a month. This is the best thing that you will ever, ever, ever find for $19 a month. I absolutely guarantee it. You cannot even touch this. First of all, this is a one of a kind program. Nobody else has done anything like this, where it's like every month you actually learn to sing a song, you send in a recording, and you get feedback from a real vocal coach, plus exercises, plus a community. $19. Are you freaking kidding me? This is absolutely insane. You need to beg, borrow, and steal to get into this. This is the best thing I've ever done. And I say that with no hesitation whatsoever. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and drop the link in here one more time. That way we've got it and everybody can see it and all of that good stuff. Let's see. Share, copy, just getting all my stuff sorted out here. Now, I actually want to work with singers today, especially on their pitch. That is going to be the biggest thing that we're going to be looking at today. Now, pitch is one of those interesting things where you are, I think pitch kind of gets a bad rep sometimes. And then it's like people think that, oh, I'm like tone deaf or something like that. Like there's no way that I can learn how to sing on pitch. You can learn how to sing on pitch. That is something that I have learned firsthand myself, because I was also a very, very pitchy singer when I first got started. However, the real secret, excuse me, the real secret to learning to sing on pitch is coordinating your voice, right? So a lot of singers that I'll work with, I'll give them a really simple scale or something like that. And if they sing it off pitch, let's say they sing it a little bit flat. So rather than ah, they sing ah. You can tell, you can almost tell that they're following the right pattern. They're just not starting in the right place. And oftentimes that just takes a little nudge to get people going in the right direction there. And that is absolutely huge. Let's start off with Marianne. Marianne, let's invite you on. How you doing? It's been a few weeks.
It has. It's been a few months, actually. How are you
Has it been
doing?
months? Oh my goodness. Wow. How are you?
Yeah. I'm doing okay. I'm about 6 hours from you in Shreveport, Louisiana, and
All
you're in
right.
Austin, right?
Good old Shreveport. There's some good food there. I've had it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's a small music scene here too, but not as big as Austin. When I was living in Austin, I don't think do they have recording studios there now?
Absolutely. But let's
They
talk
do.
about you and singing, Marianne. What are you working
Okay.
on right now?
Okay. Well, I spent 6 weeks working on this Billie Eilish song. I'm sure you're familiar. No Time to Die. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful, very haunting. And the pitch has never been a problem for me, but I
Okay.
spent 6 weeks on the timing, and I kept doing
Mm,
over and over, recording myself back and forth. And I've listened to it. I actually put it on YouTube, and but there's one specific issue that I'd like to work on. It may not have to do with pitch. I have a question regarding pitch with vibrato.
yeah.
Vibrato is a variation in pitch. Is that correct?
Yeah, so vibrato is a tremulousness of three specific things: pitch, volume, and timbre. Okay?
Mhm.
So let me just break those down. So pitch, for those who aren't aware, is like the note that you're actually singing. So singing between two different notes. So
Mhm.
vibrato is a modulation in the pitch. It's also a modulation in the volume, in the intensity. So if I go e, you can kind of hear that there's like like there's a little bit of a wavering in the volume. And along with that, there's also a wavering in the timbre. And the timbre is the sound of the note. So for instance, if I sing ah, that's a lighter timbre than ah. Now, the difference there is not just volume, even though it sounds like there's a volume difference. There's also a fullness, a richness going on to my voice that's different there. So three things: pitch, volume, and timbre. And what you kind of end up with there is kind of like this shimmering on the note. Ah, that is really
Mhm.
nice for a lot of embellishments. So continue.
I'm having a real problem with vibrato, but you know, I just can't do it. And
Too much
is
vibrato
it,
or too little?
I can't I can't do it. I mean, I can't seem to, I tried your exercises where you shake your finger and you press your chest and all that.
Yeah.
And it just sounds like, somebody wavering, but it doesn't sound like a variation in pitch. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, let's take a quick listen, shall we? So, why don't we
But I
just
also had a question about one other thing, and there are just two things I'd like to work on. But the other thing was, you know how when great singers like Billie Eilish or um, um, Adele, when they go from a low note to a high note, it doesn't sound like they're singing from a low note to a high note. It's just
right.
all very smooth.
Yeah.
And so I was working on the Billie Eilish song, and it went, let's see, I should have known I'd leave alone. And with me, I go, I leave alone. And but then after I saw your excellent video on high notes are not really high,
Yeah.
which I watched and I started practicing it that way.
Yeah.
The note, the vocal cords are vertical, not horizontal.
Yeah.
And so I tried it this way. I watched that one and I tried it this way. I, I should have known I'd leave alone. Now, am I in chest voice there still, or did I
Yes.
go up the head? I am.
You should be. You should still be in chest voice, Marianne. So run. I live alone. I don't know the melody. I haven't heard it in a little while and it's a little
Oh,
hard out of context. But run. I live I'm going to falsetto there.
I
Going up to
leave
that head voice.
alone.
Yeah. I leave alone. We want to keep that in that strong chest voice because that top note that you just sang there is just a D sharp four or an E
Uh-huh.
flat four, whatever you want to call it. It looks like we're in the key of B, so it'd be a D sharp. Um, on that note, you don't want to let it go all the way up to the head voice because you don't
Okay.
actually really need to start going up to head voice, Marianne. You
Okay.
specifically don't really need to start going up until head voice until around probably a G4.
Okay.
And so that's below that.
So let me try it again.
Of course.
I should have known I'd leave alone. Just goes to show that the blood you bleed is just the blood you owe. We were a pair. I saw you there. Now there again.
I saw you there, like you're saying the words. I saw you
But
there.
you don't want to go into chest voice with to head voice with that one either, right?
No, ma'am.
I saw you there. You know.
Yeah, just say it for me. I
Okay.
saw you there.
I saw you there.
Good, but hold
I
on. Hold on, Marianne. So, say it again, nice and strong. I saw you there.
I saw you there.
Good. Now pretend like you're trying to reach somebody that's in the other room. Now you can't yell it
I
and
know
you
I'm the
can't
one with
whisper
the
it.
one with the weak chest voice. I know.
Yeah, I know you are,
Okay.
and that's what we're
Right.
working on right now.
We are. We are.
So,
Okay.
rather than I live alone, I live alone. Nice
I
and
le-
strong.
I'd leave alone.
I
I
leave
should
alone.
have known I'd leave alone. Okay.
Thank you.
I should have
Hold on, Marianne.
known.
I want you to speak it first. Say,
Okay.
I leave alone.
I should have known I'd leave alone.
Good. I just want to focus on the second part of that. Now, pretend like you're trying to reach somebody in the next room from you.
Okay.
I leave alone.
Say it or sing it.
Still saying it, please.
I'd leave alone.
There you go. Good. Now
Okay.
try to take that same timbre and put it on the pitch. Like you're
Okay.
saying, I'd leave alone. It's going to sound terrible. It's going to sound like you're a robot.
I'd leave
There
alone.
you go.
Okay.
There you go. Do you
So
feel the difference?
I do. I do. I should have known I'd leave
Oh, look
alone.
out there. Run. I'd leave alone. I'd leave alone. You're still speaking it to the next room, please.
I'd leave
There
alone.
we go. There we go.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
here's what's important about that, Marianne, because you brought up vibrato, and this is something that I don't think a lot of people realize.
I just
But
can't do it.
let's talk about that. So the
Okay.
reason that a lot of people have a hard time finding vibrato is because they don't have the balance in their voice just yet,
Hmm.
right? What I mean by that is if something is funky with your vocal registers, like for instance, maybe you're singing too lightly in chest voice, hint, hint,
Right.
hint,
Like me,
um,
right?
like you, or maybe someone is singing with too much pressure, on the other hand,
Mm.
then it's very difficult for the vocal folds to be relaxed enough to find that wavering in the vibrato. So, for instance, like if I'm saying, my voice is kind of tight. It's kind of hard to
Mm.
find that freedom with the vibrato. The same thing is true if I go, again, my voice is tight. But if I have that,
Let me try that.
it's easier to find. Great. Now
Ah.
that's still a little bit light for my taste. And by the way, just finding vocal balance does not necessarily mean that you're going to find vibrato perfectly. It doesn't always
Okay.
mean that.
Mm.
However, it is a great place to start. Chiba, I want to invite you on too. Just turn on your camera when you're ready. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to just try this real quick. Say
Okay.
eat.
Ease.
Uh-huh. Like eat. Like I'm eating something. Eat.
Eat.
There we go. Good. Now,
Eat.
now do me a favor and go eat just straight.
Eat.
Good. Now on that last note, e, what I want you to do is I want you to just let your voice kind of shake, just kind of flutter. E.
Eat. It just sounds like an old lady. I don't know.
It's
Did I
okay.
get it?
It's
Did I
okay.
get it?
A little bit. There's just a trace of it in there right now. So you
Okay.
kinda you were kind of like, in a little bit of a wobble place right now, and that's
Mhm.
totally fine. We're gonna get there, but let's try this again. And what I want you to try is it looks like you're laying down, so you're probably not in a place where you can comfortably,
Well,
toggle your
my
diaphragm,
illness,
right?
I'm not feeling that great today because of the illness. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
I'm,
I
I'm
understand.
propped up. Yeah.
No, I totally got you. I totally got you. Now, let's try that again, but this time, since, you're not in a good place to kind of, like, toggle your diaphragm, which I would typically recommend to people, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that in between the E's, there's little H's. So
Okay.
it's like H-E, H-E, H-E. Go, he.
He, he,
There
he.
you
Did I
go.
get it?
You
Did I
did.
get it?
Again, it's small, but it's there. So run,
Okay.
he. You didn't just like push it, and you also didn't you he. Again, try that one more
Okay.
time, and still imagine that there's H's in between those.
Okay.
He.
He, he.
That's it.
I
That's how
think
you
I got
start to
it a
find it.
little bit. I have
Did you?
one more observation about another singer. Are you familiar with Lana Del Rey?
Of course, yeah.
You are? You are?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't actually know who she was until recently. I saw Trixie Mattel's cover of her, the drag queen Trixie Mattel's cover of her song Video Games. So I went and started listening to her, and I listened to her song Blue Jeans, which is very beautiful. It's just gorgeous.
Mm.
And there are notes, and people say I have pretty good pitch, but there are notes in there that I cannot hit. And she goes from a very low note to a very, very high note. Love you more than those bitches before. Say you remember. And then she goes, I cannot hit that note. And she has such an amazing range. And people say that she lowers her larynx to hit the high notes, the low notes, and she's been criticized for that.
Mm.
But and that
You're talking
but
about
she
Lana, right?
Lana,
Yeah.
right? And that they say, I mean, she's one of those people like Bob Dylan. You either love her or you hate her, And some people say she has a terrible voice or a great voice. I love both of them actually.
Yeah, me too.
You like them too? Yeah.
I love Bob Dylan, yeah,
Oh yeah.
he was one of my biggest inspirations.
Oh yeah, me too. I
Well,
love Bob
but
Dylan.
what you're talking about with,
She
lowering.
actually, but she doesn't do it like Billie Eilish or like she'll go from chest voice and then she'll reach right up into head voice.
Well,
And
one thing that both Lana and Billy share in common is that
uh,
they play with their larynx position for a lot of kind of, effect, right?
mhm.
So even in the song "No Time to Die," which you were just referencing, is it "No Time to Die"? Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
yes, that's it.
I get that confused with some of the other some of the
Yeah.
other Bond
It's the one she did for
themes
the
of their husband.
James Bond
But
movie. Yeah.
yeah, but when she sings down to those lower notes, she'll drop her larynx a little bit in order to
Mhm.
add some of that kind of ghostly sound to that. But
Right.
Marianne, it was lovely to have you on again
Thank
today.
you. Thank you. And
Thank you for
I'm going
your
to work on
continued.
that. So put an H in between the E's
Yep.
in order to work on the vibrato.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it, especially if you can't toggle the vibrato in certain ways. Just getting that kind of feeling. Sarah, go ahead and turn on your camera when you're ready. Um, just getting that toggle to kind of happen in the pitch is really, really helpful. And since Marianne is, in bed right now and, is feeling a little ill, has some illness and isn't able to stand up and maybe give the same diaphragmatic support that other singers that, would be in the studio with me or something like that, where I'd have them kind of, feel their diaphragm and kind of pulse that in like a kind of way in order to find the vibrato. Instead, we had to find another way of kind of getting to that. And the H was really, really helpful for her. Now, I want to bring on Sarah. Before I do, guys, I am so, so, so very excited about the launch of 30 Day Song Master. I'm going to go ahead and drop that link in here one more time so you guys can check it out. Looks like Chiba's back. But first, let's bring on Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hi,
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. Where in the world are you, Sarah?
My room.
But where is your room in the world?
Right now I'm in Florida, so
Oh, cool. What part of Florida? My parents live there.
the Central Florida. I won't specify, but the Central Florida is where I live.
Yeah, sure. No, that's totally fine. I don't know what actually constitutes Central Florida. My parents live in Tampa, but I assume that's like I guess you would call that Gulf
To,
um, side. Oh, you got muted for a second. Can you say something?
yeah, it's around that like middle area from Tampa to the other side, like
Oh,
close.
okay, cool. So theoretically, somewhat close. Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you're working on with your voice right now?
Right now I'm trying to like practice like more of like trying to sing like myself because I want to start recording covers, to make my own like cover channel, and I'm having a bit of trouble like with like strain and like putting a bit too much in my voice,
Yeah.
and basically especially my head voice because I don't know, I feel like I'm like forcing it too much.
Mm.
So I and sometimes it will like be kind of like shaky ish.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, do you mind if we take a listen real quick?
Okay, let me see. I think
I can give you a scale to do a quick assessment of
oh,
it. Do you mind?
I don't mind. Yeah, sure.
Good. Let's try that. So, why don't we just try here? Can you go ah ah like awesome?
Oh,
Good.
oh, oh, oh,
Lovely.
oh, 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 oh,
Lovely.
oh,
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Keep going. Good.
oh,
And last one.
oh.
Oh, Sarah, that's awesome. Well done. Well done. Everybody give it up for her. That was great. So, yeah, this is one of those things, and Joshua was singing along with you too. So, well done. You've got some fans. You've already got some subscribers for your cover channel. So, here's what's going on, Sarah. So, I definitely hear what you're talking about, that as you start singing higher, the pitch gets a little shaky and the voice gets a little thin, right? Good. Now, what my question is always, like, I like to think of myself as like a vocal detective. I'm like, okay, so what causes that? Are you backing off and getting light at the top and going to falsetto up there just because you're backing off and going light at the top? Or was there something else that happened before that? And for me, what I'm hearing is that at the bottom part of your voice, you're starting to leave your chest voice a little quickly. Okay. So what that means, what that sounds like, is you were like, ah, ah. You were ending a little bit lighter than you were starting, right? And the reason that that's important is because as you start going higher, what is the voice going to do? Is it going to thicken up or is it going to thin out?
Been a thin.
It's going to thin, right? So if you're starting in the chest voice just a little bit thin, then as you go up higher, it's going to thin out even more. So what we need to do is we need to get it nice and strong in the bottom. And then I think very, very quickly, we're going to start being able to look at notes at the top. Real quickly, can you do me a favor? Can you go mum, 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 like mother?
Mum, mum, mum.
Good. Now pretend like you have to reach somebody in the next room and it needs to be nice and loud, but you can't yell it. It can't be mom, mom, mom. And it also can't be mom, mom, mom. It needs to be mum, mum, mum.
Mum, mum, mum.
Absolutely. Now sing this here, Sarah. Can you go mum, 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 mum?
Mum, 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 mum.
That's weird. Your audio is cutting out just a little bit. Can you try that one more time, please?
Mum, 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 mum.
Yeah, it's still cutting out just a little bit. It might be your phone setting that like it's automatically like crushing the audio a little bit,
Yeah.
but that's weird. Typically, I would have heard that on the ah. Let's try it again. Ma 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 ma.
Ma 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 ma.
That's better.
Ma 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 ma.
Good, but rather than, and this is very, I'm gonna be so picky with you. Oh my god,
Okay.
because you're great. You have a beautiful voice.
Thank
But
you.
run, ma 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 ma. Keep that same kind of speaking it like you're saying it to the next room.
Okay. Ma 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 ma.
That's it.
Ma 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 ma.
That's exactly right.
Ma 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 ma.
Got it, Sarah. Coming down now.
Ma 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 ma. Ma 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 ma. Ma 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 ma.
Right.
Ma 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 ma.
Last one.
Ma 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 ma.
Does that feel any different the way that you're treating those top notes in the scale?
Yeah, I feel like I'm adding a bit more like, I don't know, like nasal-ish. It sounds lighter also.
Oh, say that again. Sorry.
It sounds a bit like louder and not like
Yeah.
too like
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, you're just keeping more chest voice as you go up towards those higher notes. So run ma 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 ma, and having your voice kind of turn on you. Instead, you're just keeping it strong. Ma 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 ma, and that's what we need if we want to make it up to those higher notes, right?
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's do a little bit of that. Can you go? Ma 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 ma. So you walk up 3, repeat, then come down.
Okay. Ma 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 ma. I went
Good.
to
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
Do the same thing, but say nay. Really nasal and ugly. Nay,
Nay.
nay, nay.
Okay. Nay. Is my audio okay? Because I'm just sitting on the phone.
Yeah, it sounds fine to me so far. Again, nay, nay, nay.
Nay, nay, nay.
Wonderful. Nay, 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 nay.
Nay, 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 nay. Woof. Nay, 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 nay.
Good, but keep it ugly. Nay, 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 nay.
Nay, 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 nay.
That's it, girl.
Nay, 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 nay.
Good, and I'm going to be super picky because you're doing so well. But run, nay, 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 eh? And kind of pulling the tongue back. Nay, 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 nay. See how my tongue's forward on that?
Nay, 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 nay.
That's it.
Nay, nay, nay.
From the bottom.
Nay, 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 nay.
Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Do you feel the difference there?
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah. So rather than backing off, nay, 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 nay. That's the note that you broke on
Okay.
in the assessment that we did.
Yeah.
And right now, that bratty sound and that forward vowel, a forward vowel being a, e, those are where my tongue is more forward. Those are helping you go. Mario's cheering you on. Good. Nay, 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 nay.
Nay, 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 nay.
Don't back off. Don't back off. Keep it ugly.
Okay. Nay, 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 nay.
Good, but rather than nay, 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 and changing it all at once, keep it ugly all the way through. Nay, 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 nay.
Nay, 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 nay.
You're fine. You're fine. Try it again. Just keep saying it. Neighbor, nasty. That's it.
Nay, nay.
Good. Go for it.
Nay, 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 nay.
Better.
Nay, 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 nay.
Good. The first pitch was right. You're like, nay, 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 nay. And then you started to change the vowel. Remember that feeling of keeping the tongue forward. Nay, 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 nay.
Nay, 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 nay.
Don't pull that tongue back. Nay.
Nay, 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 nay.
That's it.
Nay, 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 nay.
Good. Now we could sit here and do vocal exercises all day, and we do need to do more exercises because there's like a million things that I want to do with you. But why don't we sing a little bit of a song? What's something that you're working on right now? Like what's one of the covers?
I'm trying to do Fly Me to the Moon. It's very basic, but I like it a lot.
It's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Real quick before we do that, Karen asked, please, how does Songmaster work if you're not in the USA? Time zones are different. Yes. So we actually have 2 different time zones for the live bi-weekly coaching calls. We have one that is meant to work for students that are all over the world. There's a cool like time converter thing where you can see like the hours that people are awake. And then there's also one that's more for US times. But great question there, Karen. 1 second, I'm going to blow my nose. It's going to be super gross.
It's fine. I'm just gonna take a. Well, should I take a drink of water?
I think that's a great idea. Water is always good. So, what key do you sing "Fly Me to the Moon" in? It's originally in the key of C.
Yeah, that's. I can sing in that, but I am choosing G.
G, great. You want to try it from there?
Yeah, let's try. 1. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. My bottle's good.
Yeah, in other words, please be true. Do you want to go for that one? Because me personally, first of all, you sound beautiful. That sounds great. I kind of want to take you right into the heart of darkness. I want to go right. I want to go right to the
One.
Yeah, I want to go up to the B natural, which is the note that you were kind of flipping on before.
In other words, please be true. It was like a bit. Woo.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna work on it. In other words.
In other words.
Good. Now the D.
You.
Yep. So you go, in other words, in other words.
In other words, in other words.
Nice. Yep, that's it. That's all that's the hard parts of the song right there. This is for you, Sarah. It's not about singing this song more beautifully or working on your articulation or diction or anything like that. Like you've already got that. That sounds very, very nice. The main work that we need to do is getting those high notes right because they kind of come out of nowhere a little bit, you know? So let's do a little bit of the same things that we were doing in our exercises a minute ago and apply it to the song. And that's what 30-Day Song Master is all about, applying the strength of exercises to the song. So let's try this. Can you go nay, nay, nay again? And again, keep that really, really ugly. Nay, nay, nay. Say the word.
Nay, nay, nay.
That's it. Now say it a little higher. Nay, nay, nay.
Nay, nay, nay.
That's it. Nay, 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 nay.
Nay, 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 nay.
Good. And if you can, avoid that little switch where you're like, nay, 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 switch. Nay, nay, nay. Nay, nay. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Nay, 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 nay.
Nay, 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 nay.
That's the one. That's the one. Do it again.
Nay, 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 nay.
There's so much power and strength in that, Sarah. Keep trusting that.
Nay, 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 nay.
Don't pause. Don't pause. Nay, nay, nay. Oh, get ready. Nay, nay, nay. No, I want you to blend right into it. Nay, 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 nay.
Nay, 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 nay.
You got it.
Nay, 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 nay.
That's awesome. 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 Now that was up to the D5. That's the in other words. That's the high note that we're going to have to get to. Okay. Right. Now you did that without falsetto, which is fantastic. That's exactly what we want. Or in other words, we didn't go too heady, too fast, which is kind of the thing that you need to work on. So what I want you to do here, Sarah, is we're going to take that mix that you found on nay, 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 and we're going to refine it. We're going to add even more to it. So what I want you to try is I want you to try a little combo. I want you to go nay to na. So I want you to go nay, 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 na, 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 na. So nay, 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 na, 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 na.
Nay, 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 na, 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 na.
Good. Let's simplify it for a second. Just say nasty.
Nasty.
There you go. Saying na, na, nasty.
Na, na, nasty.
Good, but not na, na, nasty, where you're pulling your tongue back. Na, na, nasty.
Na, na, nasty.
That a girl. Good. Now, na, 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 na.
Na, 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 na.
Heck yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you make it even a little bit uglier, Sir Ryan? Na, 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 na.
Na, 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 na.
Good, good, good. Now do that same thing. In other words, what's that key there? So, in other words, yeah. So, in other words, but take that same melody, but put it on na. So, na, 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 na.
Na, 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 na.
Good, but Ryan, na, 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 na. That same strong feeling.
Na, 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 na.
Yeah, but your last note's light. You're going na, 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 na.
Na, 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 na.
There you go. In other words.
In other words.
Good, but run. Words. Words.
In other words.
Good, good, good. Now I'm just going to be a little picky about your pronunciation of words. Rather than words, I want words, words. It's almost like you're English. So rather than words, words. In other words.
In other words.
That's it. You got it. Sarah, you're killing it. Does that feel okay?
I guess. I'm not forcing.
Oh, sorry, your audio cut out there for a second. You said.
I hope I'm not forcing myself.
I'm sorry, again?
Is it working now?
Yes, we got you now.
Okay, I am saying I hope I'm not forcing myself whenever I'm doing the like the
Oh yeah.
in other words part.
No, you're not forcing yourself. You're just you're in a good mixed voice right there. Now
Because I'm chorus singing, I'm just like, everything's light.
Oh yes. Yeah, yeah. Well, it would be very easy to over push there. In other words, but you're not doing that. You're not pulling chest voice up there. You're singing in your mixed voice up there, even though it still sounds like chest out here. Everybody give it up for Sarah. Sarah, thank you so much for being here. We're going to bring on Joshua now to round us all out. Josh, are you ready to come on? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. What's up, man?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay.
Good. Do you have me playing on a separate device as well?
I think
I'm hearing a slight echo. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Yeah, I'm getting just like a little slap back for a second.
Oh no.
Oh, it's fine.
It could be.
How about now? Oof, that's even worse.
Even worse. Oh, with my headphones. Maybe I turn my headphones down a little bit.
Oh, maybe. You sure there's not a live? Weird. You sure there's not something else playing out there? That's
Yeah, I don't have anything else live going. YouTube's off on my computer. I have you on my phone too, but the volume's off on that.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. All right. Well, why don't we try this? Why don't you try closing YouTube on your phone, and we'll just see if that does anything. Check, 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 check. Hey, check, 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 check. Hey, check. Yeah, I'm still getting it. So strange. Is everyone else out there hearing it as well? Just want to make sure it's not just me. Typically, if I'm hearing it, then other people are hearing it too.
Yeah.
Little slap back there. Cool. If you don't mind, Joshua, just take a second. Yeah, people are hearing it. Why don't you just go ahead and just restart everything and try calling back in just a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right, man. Awesome. So far, some of the biggest things that we've seen are we've covered vibrato, what actually causes vibrato. We've talked about a modulation in the pitch, in the volume, and in the intensity. We also talked about how usually in order to sing vibrato, you actually have to have a good vocal balance first. If things are too, strong or too light, then oftentimes a vibrato will not show up. And then with Sarah, what we were seeing was that she was discovering her mixed voice. And for her to discover her mixed voice, rather than backing off and going up to her head voice too early, leaving chest voice too soon, instead, she needed to stay nice and strong in there. And what I loved was we got a chance to work on a little bit of a song too. And I just wanted to mention this one more time while we're getting Joshua back onto the stream. We have just launched the best singing program that I have ever created. I've never been more proud of something. This is 30-Day Song Master. What is so cool about it is 30-Day Song Master will teach you actually how to sing songs, not just exercises. And so what's so cool about it is every month we're going to upload 2 song tutorials to the dashboard, one for lower voices, one for higher voices. And you just log in, you learn how to sing the song, and then you actually send in a recording of yourself singing it. And in response, you're going to get this. You're going to get a monthly updated scorecard. So based on what I was hearing, I'm going to score you in several key areas. Then, in addition, it's not just a scorecard. You're also going to get a video song critique. There should be the word video here because that would make more sense for people to understand. But that's not it. We're also going to work with people every 2 weeks in a 60-minute coaching call. And that is, as Karen was asking about before, that's located all around the world. So we'll have one that it tends to be pretty late in the evening and also one that's earlier in the morning. That way people from all over the world can join. We also have access to a mastermind singing community. And this is one of my favorite parts is you're not just going to get a bunch of song tutorials and no help from that. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to get the song tutorials. You're going to send in a recording of yourself singing. You're going to get that scorecard. You're going to get that feedback about what it is that you need to work on. But in addition, I am actually going to recommend some particular vocal exercises that you can use to work on that specific skill that we're working on this month. And you're going to get access to that for this weekend only for only $19. It is absolutely insane. Okay, Joshua, I'm going to try to bring you on again. Thank you so much for doing that. Let's try it now. Hey,
Better? It's the same.
check. Sounds better to me. Cool. How about for you?
I never got that.
Okay.
You have to ask other people.
Awesome. Okay, we'll ask other people. In the meantime, I want to start working with you. Why don't you tell me what you're working on right now?
Nothing in particular. I'm just trying to learn how to sing.
Okay, so tell me about what that means for you. Like, why do you want to learn how to sing?
I like to write songs. And they're mainly instrumental now because fear of putting my voice on them. So
Because you're working on your voice.
yeah.
Got
So
it.
I want it to be good enough that it's I feel confident enough to put it actually on the songs.
Absolutely. And by the way, people are saying the audio is better. So thank you for restarting. That's really helpful. Any particular songwriters that you really like that you're inspired by?
John Mayer, I like James Bay, Dave
Oh, cool.
and like all that kind of singer songwriter.
Yeah. Well, those are some really good guitarists too. So I bet you're pretty good.
No.
That's what every good guitarist would say too. Is like, nah, I'm not good because they know how much better they have to get. Well, why don't we try this, Joshua? I just want to kind of get a feel for your voice and your range and kind of what you're working on right now. What I want to do is I want to just have you sing a really simple scale just to kind of get a feel for your range and your voice. So let's try this. Can you just go, ah? So 5-tone scale on ah, like you're saying awesome.
Okay.
Good. Now, can you do that same thing here? Good. Good. Just listen to that pitch again. Great. Good. One more, Josh. Just a little under pitch there. Nice job, dude. Yeah. So that's you're the one that actually fits the title of this stream today. Is learning how to sing on pitch. And that's kind of the biggest thing that I hear that you're struggling with right now. And it's not that you have a bad ear or anything like that. Like you actually have a very good ear because as soon as you're hearing me do it, you're like, "Oh, that's where I need to be? Okay, I'll just do that." The issue is that you just need to get your voice a little bit more coordinated and kind of work with it. Now, you have a lovely chest voice, really nice and strong chest voice. But I did notice that in addition to the pitch thing, as you started singing higher, you started basically kind of pulling up your chest voice a little bit as well. We heard that especially by the time we got to around the D4. And I didn't even take you into your first passage, which starts around E flat, E, F, F sharp, and G. I just took you up to that D because I heard that you were you were about a half step off, right? So what I want to do with you, Joshua, is I want to do two things. I want to give you some exercises that are going to kind of help release and relax your voice, but also at the same time are going to work with the pitch, okay?
Okay.
You on board?
Yeah.
Sweet. Good. Sweet. Do you do any of those lip trills like the are you able to do that?
Yeah.
Great. Those will be really, really good for you in the future. Right now, I want you to be able to hear exactly what you're doing. Do me a favor and just say gee, gee, gee.
Gee, gee, gee.
Wonderful. Now go. Gee, 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 gee. Like you're just saying geese on each one.
Gee, 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 gee.
Good, but really gee on the top note. Gee. So gee, 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 gee.
Gee, 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 gee.
So right now you're taking the fourth note and you're pushing it into the fifth note. And instead, I want that fifth note to be kind of separate on its own. Gee, 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 gee. No. Gee, 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 gee.
Gee, 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 gee.
Sure, let's try this again. So what I want you to do is that you're fine, man. This is all a part of it. Just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good. Okay. So I'm putting this in the chat so people can see it as well. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back down 4, 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good. Now run 5, 5, and scooping into that 5. Say that note.
5, 5.
Good. Now run 5, 5, and taking some time. 5. Be right on top of it. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And what I like about that, Joshua, is you're anticipating it, right? You're not thinking like, I'm going to just react to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I know I have to do something up there. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3. I forgot how to count for a second.
That's okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good, but not 5.
No, do
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think down on that top note rather than push. Yes.
5.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's try that one again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good. Now here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Notice you don't have to reach for the 5 too much anymore. That's in a comfortable place for you now. So around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, but stop pushing for it. Not 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just the next note in the row.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good. Last one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it. That's it, Joshua. So there's kind of like a 3-step process to singing on pitch that I like to impart to people. There's kind of like 3 levels of support that I can give you. The first level is where I sing almost everything with you. If I give you an exercise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I sing it with you, right? That tends to be really, really helpful for people that are just learning to sing on pitch. The second level of support is a little bit less support. So rather than singing everything with you, instead, I'll demonstrate the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I'll play the piano keys like that so that you can still hear it, but not in my voice. And then the third level of support is the least amount of support where I just give you the key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to do it on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And where you're at right now, Joshua, is that you're toggling in between number 1 and number 2. So some of them you need to hear me sing everything. Some of them I can kind of just give you the keys and you're like, oh, okay, got it. I got it. Now that's what I want you to continue working on, is seeing if you can get to that point where it's like you can go from singing everything with someone else, like in a private lesson, to starting to see if you can just go based on the keys themselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
Awesome. That's a great place. You're a great candidate for private lessons because it's really, really going to help you. I mean, like a couple of months, you just hearing someone else singing everything with you and helping you correct your pitch is just going to make you so much more on, dude. That's great. Awesome. Joshua, thank you very much for being here. Guys, thank you for being here. It is my absolute pleasure to do these Saturday sessions. And just one final reminder, this weekend, we have just launched my brand new product, 30-Day Song Master. You can enroll right now, only $19. Oh my God, that is a crazy deal. I feel like every time that I talk about it, I'm getting like a little, like I've lost a little energy from working with people. So I'm still very excited about it. It's still like the best thing that I've ever done. So I cannot wait to see all the folks that enroll in that. Quick note, I will not be streaming for the next 2 weeks because I will be out of town, but I will still be posting videos to my YouTube channel because I love you guys so very, very much. So remember to come back in a couple of weeks and I will see all of you guys soon. Thank you so much for being here.